Well, you have a responsibility, and we teach this in the Institute, that once you have that knowledge, you need to use it in some way to create change. It's one of the things that Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois said. He said, you can't just have the education. You have to be able to take that education and turn it into action. It's how we model what we do with education to action in the Institute. And so knowledge is resistance as long as you use it as resistance.
So we are here to talk about the Institute for Common Power.
Yes.
Is it relevant in 2025?
The assault that we are facing, not only on truth, but on people who are marginalized in this country, we need to have a space where we can teach people about the history of this country. We can historicize what is happening today so that we can empower them. One of the things that we've taken to saying lately is knowledge is resistance. Now, that is something that shouldn't be as true and as powerful as it is today. But one of the things that historically, for instance, a fascist regime has sought to do is to quell knowledge, is to knock out the intellectuals. Because if you can remove knowledge from people, you can control them. And so right now, if we can make sure that people are equipped with the correct history, if we can make sure that we are teaching them what the schools don't want them to learn right now, about slavery, about Jim Crow, about the dispossession of land for indigenous people, then we can empower them and catalyze them to do the work today to create a just and inclusive democracy.
You know, here I am, a 17-year-old kid confronting the state, power, position, authority. We go down to fight the state troopers. Like I said, I'm number 3 and 1.
Everyone is looking for ways to resist right now. Sometimes the learning piece is just for the understanding the world that I'm in right now. But what you are saying to me is that learning things you're not supposed to learn, just being a part of the knowledge that they don't want people to have, is a part of resistance as well.
We offer lectures, we offer workshops, we have mini courses with scholars who otherwise would be inaccessible to them, like Dr. Eric Foner or Nicole Hannah-Jones or Dr. Hassan Jeffries.
If we don't know what has come before, we can easily slip up and create something worse. I think we're in one of these moments right now.
Most of what we offer is free. We offer learning tours through the South. We have programming for people of all generations. And so we want to make sure there are no financial barriers to that. So come for a course, come for a conversation to understand your power and how you can use history to catalyze you to action.
Can you talk about how they are using the word DEI?
Yeah.
That has little to nothing to do with the original definition of it.
Yes. So DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, those kinds of programs and initiatives primarily have helped make sure that white women, who are qualified and often more qualified than their white male counterparts, get an opportunity to compete. But what the right has done is conflated DEI with Black. And when you can do that, you can demonize an otherwise historically already demonized group and turn everybody against it. The reality of DEI is that most candidates from DEI who are Black or disabled or brown or women are more qualified. They have to be more qualified to even be able to compete. And so the idea that they're less qualified and somehow got the job, that's just not how racism and misogyny has worked in this world.
I teach in a law school, so we teach critical race theory, period. Did critical race theory inform the lecture that I gave you this evening? Didn't have to. I just gave you a history lesson. I just laid out the history for you.
Every day there's something that is put out that is targeting individuals. And so our pushback is that knowledge. But we're not just going to teach you the information and then let you float and figure out what to do with it. We're going to give you avenues, pathways for change. You are interested in doing something? Common Power has these different options.
So while you teach this stuff, you're also taking a stand on behalf of truth in education that is eroding away today.
Right. So one of the executive orders that has been passed is that anybody who is a K through 12 educator who teaches a quote unquote divisive concept, that their school could lose public funding. Now, they categorize a divisive concept as anything that falls under the idea that one group was targeted by another because of their identity. They also say it's divisive if you say that any institutions in the country were built on racism. So what is that telling us? Let's not talk about systemic racism. We can't talk about slavery. We can't talk about Jim Crow. We can't talk about the disenfranchisement of women. Any teacher who does that runs the risk of being fired, of being penalized in their school of losing funding. So we step in to support those educators and those administrators in whatever way that we can. And one of the ways we've been able to do that is our Truth and Purpose Learning Tours for educators. We know teachers are underpaid in this country. So through the generous support of our donors, we are able to give those teachers scholarships to take them on a history journey through Georgia and Alabama and learn this history. But more than that, it creates community for them. It creates a group of individuals who are like-minded, who after the learning tour, stay connected. We didn't know that that was going to be an outcome, and we help them stay connected. We offer monthly convenings for them to come together across cohorts. We make sure that any course that we offer that does cost money, they go to for free for life. Nothing else is required. But what we have found is that they come here and want to do the work. They learn about the history. They're inspired by the history makers who preceded them. They understand that if people before them could do that, they can do this. People are looking for a beacon right now because this is too hard to weather alone. And one of the things that Common Power generally, all of the things that we have in our orbit that we offer is the ability to give you guidance, to give you ideas of what you can do to help change the world.